bought it on November 20th, and it is now December 20th, 2024. When I get home today, I'll have put a total of about 6,940 miles on it this month, so just shy of 7,000, with about approximately 50% of it being towing a trailer. So truck's definitely getting worked harder than probably most people work their trucks, just because I would say the average person doesn't tow as much as an RV transporter or hot shotter is going to be towing. So, you know, unless you have like a construction business and you're pulling a equipment trailer or something, but you're probably still not going to be nearing the miles that a transporter is going to put on. Worth mentioning, I was actually on vacation for 10 of those days that month, so really I was only home for 20 days, and I didn't run 20 days because I usually only do like 3-4 loads a week. But had I not been on vacation, I would say those miles are going to be close, you know, right around 10,000 miles. That's kind of what I'm expecting to put on per month, is like right in that 9,000 to 10,000 range, on months that I'm not taking a vacation or anything like that. The summer months, well, pretty much anything that's not winter, so spring, summer, fall, I may end up running a little bit less because I'll be doing trips with my travel trailer. And kind of what worked out this previous year, which was the first year owning it, we tried to go like almost every other weekend. So we'll kind of see how it plays out, but I would say there's potential for me to run less miles during those nicer months where I could be doing some with my travel trailer. But with that, some miles will come just towing, you know, wherever we're going to be going. We do a lot to like the Wisconsin Dells and stuff like that. So so with RV transport, I have not towed a trailer the size of mine or the weight of mine yet, because mine's a 37 foot. I haven't scaled it. I gotta scale it, but I would guess with everything in it, probably around like 10,000 pounds. Most of the stuff that I've towed with RV transport is like, I think the biggest was like 35 or 36 foot, so close to where I'm at. But a lot of them are like right in that 30 foot range. So, yeah, so just about 7,000 miles. I'm just about to do my first oil change. I had said I was going to do oil changes when the truck tells me to do oil changes. It's still showing about like 30% life left, but I want to switch it out just because I wasn't the one to do the oil change. I'm sure they're using Ford Motorcraft oil, and I know it's a Motorcraft filter because I saw it, but I'm actually going to switch to Valvoline Blue heavy duty or extreme duty weight. I think it's 5W40 or 30, but basically whatever Ford calls for like the normal weight, and then they call for extreme duty weight, and I'm going to do extreme duty because I live in the Midwest, it's cold, and then also I'm towing a lot, so I think it justifies doing the more extreme duty oil. And then I've never used Valvoline Blue in any of my trucks. With my previous Ford, I always used Motorcraft, my previous 6.7, and then like the 6.0 and the 6.4 that I had, I would always do Rotella T6, I think. Same with my Cummins, I did Rotella, and then the Eco Diesel, that one's kind of goofy. It calls for like an Italian spec oil, I think, if I remember right, but I was using, I want to say Pennzoil with that motor. But yeah, I'm going to try the Valvoline Blue. I read good reviews on it. I was able to get a good price on it. Napa had it on sale for like $25 a gallon. So I grabbed everything they had, which I think was like 5 or 6 gallons. I wanted to get more from a different location. I just didn't get a chance to do it. I don't know what the normal price is going to be on it, but I wanted to have basically enough on hand always to have 2 oil changes ready. Truck just beeped at me, but I don't know. Didn't tell me anything, so whatever. Yeah, so I do have 2 oil filters on hand. I just don't have enough to do full oil changes. But I have enough for this one, and then I'll stock up again. Next time I run by a Napa, I'll try to stop in. And then I'm going to do the fuel filters as well. I'm going to try to do that maybe like Christmas Eve, I'm thinking, because I'll be home. So I'll probably do the oil and fuel filter. And then I need to order, the truck had just had a crankcase ventilation filter done on it when I bought it. But I want to order at least 1 or 2 of those just to have them. And then eventually I might do the crankcase ventilation filter delete, but I gotta look more into that. But yeah, so I did have the one issue with the truck, which was the map sensor getting dirty when I was deadheading to Indiana in the evening to pick up travel trailer. So if you didn't see that video, I pulled over in Gary, Indiana. I stopped at the AutoZone, got some map sensor cleaner and some tools, and I got that cleaned, put back together, and I made it to Elkhart to get the camper. So that, knock on wood, there's some wood right here, that's the only issue in 7,000 miles, which it shouldn't have any issues because it's, you know, I just bought it and the dealership went through it. But there was an issue. It's a common issue for 6.7 powerstrokes to have a dirty map filter. I knew about it. I cleaned it on my last truck. I just didn't think about it with this one. So I'm going to do a better job making sure that it stays clean moving forward, because it's an easy thing to do, but I'll say it's much easier to do at home when you're prepared for it than having to pull over at 8 o'clock at night and do it in the cold and dark and all that. So also with my truck now being tuned and deleted, I probably won't have as much soot going through there, but I don't know yet. That's another thing that happened in the month. I had the truck tuned and deleted on a race tune with a 5-inch full exhaust. The truck was really impressive stock, so I'm not going to talk bad about it. Like it had plenty of power, got decent fuel mileage, loaded and unloaded. I just prefer to not have the emissions equipment intact, so I went ahead and got it done probably sooner than I normally, like normally I wouldn't have done that so quickly, but with all the miles I'm putting on, I didn't want to have any issues with the DEF system while I'm out on the road. And I kind of was doing the calculations. I don't have hard numbers, but I do believe that within 6 months it's going to pay for itself between the fuel savings and not having to spend money on DEF fluid. And then for sure, like if anything within the emissions system took a crap, I would have been out more than I spent on tuning and deleting it. So that's kind of how I'm justifying it to myself. But even without like avoiding potential issues, because I know you can't really, I mean, it could have went another 300,000-400,000 miles with 0 issues, but also within this first month I could have had to replace something stupid like a DEF tank float or heater or something like that would have been costly. Or, you know, if your DEF exhaust system goes out, that's expensive. EGR valve goes out, that's expensive on these trucks. So I kind of was justifying it to myself that way. But the fuel savings, I'm going to say I'm at about 10% fuel savings or increased mile per gallon, but I honestly think it's higher than that. It's just I didn't really have enough time with the truck stock to get good enough numbers. But most tanks, I would say, like towing, I'm getting around, even like with a 30-foot trailer, probably around 12 miles per gallon. Empty, and this is on winter fuel, so anybody that knows diesels in the Midwest, they're using winter grade diesel fuel, and you always get worse gas mileage when you're on winter fuel. So hopefully it'll be even better once spring and summer comes back around. But yeah, I mean, most of the travel trailers I'm getting around 12. If I wanted to run 65 deadheading, I'll be right around 20 miles per gallon empty. So that, to me, that's impressive for an F350 long bed. But truck's sitting at just under 121,000 miles. Well, it's at 120,705. So like I said, just under 7,000 miles after 30 days. I'm going to do these videos every 30 days with updates on how many miles are on the truck, any issues that come up, any maintenance that I've done, and just like overall feelings towards the truck and all that. So I will say, as of now, this is my favorite truck I've ever had. I love the Platinum. I'm a huge fan of the 6.7 powerstroke. This is my second one. I had my 2015. I personally think it's the best diesel motor that I've ever owned, and I've had Cummins, Eco Diesels, 6.0s, 6.4s, 7.3 powerstrokes. Like, me personally, the 6.7 liter is just, powerstroke is just a powerhouse. Gets decent, mile per gallon. Sound is good. Everything about it, I absolutely love the 6.7 powerstroke. Yeah, definitely just stay tuned with this journey, and we'll kind of see if my love for the 6.7 powerstroke changes due to any issues that might come up over the next however long. At this pace, I probably easily put 100,000 miles a year on this truck now if I keep doing what I'm doing, and it'll be a good test for it. Definitely extreme use, a lot of towing, a lot of miles. So like I said, stay tuned. Comment below, like, if I would love to hear other people's experience with the 6.7 powerstrokes or other motors in general. If I think I'm crazy for loving this truck so much, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks.